Well, hello everyone. I know it's been a while. I haven't been here in a long time, but just a bit of a quick update and charts what I'm doing. So I've been in the stocks section for a lot for the past few weeks if you're in my group. So you get nothing to lose. Our group is mostly like a crypto trading group. It's a free group. You can learn how to trade and everything. You guys are amazing. Look at that. Look at Kid. Kid is crazy. Wow, hype is above $40. What? Hype is insane. Yeah, so for most of my week, I've been on vacation and stuff like that. So I've been focusing on stocks. Learned a bit of like the wheel strategy. So I want you guys to when everyone becomes whale, you could implement the wheel strategy, pretty much selling options, right? You guys know your support and resistance really well. That's pretty much all you need for selling options, right? So so imagine, right? You get paid at premiums, right? You get paid like 5% to place a limit order at a stock you want at a price you want, right? Imagine that. Or if you get paid, so that'll be cash secure puts. Or imagine you get paid a premium for setting up limit sell orders, like maybe a 5-6% extra on your return of investment. Imagine you get paid premium, agreeing to when to sell and when to buy. Well, you could do that with the options. So for like if you're selling options, you could take really good advantage of this, right? But the only thing is that you need to be able to buy 100 shares, right? Options work in 100 shares each. You're being the option seller, so you're pretty much being the. So like last week I was saying how I'm trying to learn the options. So pretty much, you're trying to be like the bank. You're the banker, or say you're the house, right? So you're setting up the house, and people will buy your options to bet against you. So it's a win-win because the house usually wins, right? You're selling the insurances. People are paying you premiums to bet against you under your conditions, under your rules. So the only thing is that you need capital if you want to be the house. So so for Archer, I shared this morning, right? I'm going to be I sold a put. It gave me like a 4.4% ROI. Yeah, right here. Archer, right? So I'm going to share you how to do this. So for this one, you need to be able to buy 100 shares at $9, right? So no, you're not buying. So we're not the buyers today. We're sellers. We're selling puts for about 30 days. July 11th is a good one. And for Archer, we today we had a panic, right? Everyone was so hyped and FOMO on Archer. Right? So when it was rallying up, right? Everyone's having so much hype and FOMO. Well, today I sent you guys a cash secure put. It was like 43 cents at one point. So you would go here, 28 days or a bit more, like about a month. If you like this premium, you could do the math. So say like 0.36 cents. So each contract is going to pay you 36 cents. Divide by $9. So that's your limit order. It'll pay you a 4% ROI. Okay. So since you're buying 100 shares, they're paying you $36 because it says one contract is 100 shares each. I'm not sure. I don't think you could buy half a contract. It doesn't work like that. So you have to buy base hundreds, right, for the contracts, or 2 contracts or 3 contracts. So you need to have so 900 shares will be $900. So you need $900 if you want to run a contract of cash secure put on Archer. So the current bid will be 36, right? Today I had like about 43. So you could do that and click review order and you get paid $43. So if the stock goes below $9, you get assigned and they pay you the premium. If the stock continues to rocket up higher, you can run away with the money. So the thing is because the rules are pretty simple, like being option seller. You buy at support, right, on a red day. and you sell cover calls, right? If you have the stock, you could start putting your 100 shares of stock to work selling cover calls. Today's a red day, so it wouldn't be the best day to sell cover calls on your stock. If it's a green day and people are FOMO, then you could collect really good deals on these cover call premiums. So you see, today cover calls were red. It lost like value, but our puts, on the other hand, gained value today. So that's why it says the rule is to cash secure put on red days, cover calls on green days. This is an example that tells you. So yeah, so Archer was one of the trade. Past few weeks I also took a few trades. If you look at our group, once again it's free to join. I'll send a Discord link for you guys. I'm glad that the stock chat is finally like having a bit of a is being filled up, because not too long ago stock chat was pretty empty. So it's really nice talking with some of you guys. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to help you guys on the chat, stock chat. So I'll be here most of the time. So for SoFi, right, this was a trade we took on a red day, like about over a week ago, and yeah, this one would expire today, and you'll run away with the $67. And since I put SoFi sell put at a red day, right? If you go SoFi, I took one of these like probably like here. I'm not sure, like maybe here. Place a 13 sell put, and then the stock like shot up like crazy. But I want to get into like a good support zone, like 13 here. So you can actually see when the over here, right, as the option decreases value due to time decay, right, so like your time as it goes closer to expiration date, the current market value of the option will decrease due to time decay. Or if the stock shoots up like crazy against your sell put, then the premium will decrease in value. So as the premium decreases in value, since I locked in like a 70, it was at 1.67 cents, then you're going to be paying the difference. So you could close the position early if the stock skyrockets. So I mean, it's okay. I like cash secure put because you get paid either way. So for this one, right, I shared in the chat the SoFi the day I called it. So 67 cents divided by here 13. So this one paid you over 5% return of investment for just saying maybe I'll buy the stock at that price, and the stock skyrocketed. I could close the position early because the contract decreased in value. So in return, since you locked in a good premium price, they'll pay you, and I could close early. If not, usually you could just let it expire and you'll be paid the full premium. So yeah, options are game changer, especially when you guys become whale, because imagine being paid 5% or 10% right off the bat for just saying, okay, I'm going to be willing to buy a stock at that price. If you're riskier, you could actually pick a price higher and they'll pay you more premium, right? I don't know, I think that's kind of dumb. You usually want to pick a price, sell put, you're placing a limit, you want to place it below, right? You want to generally place it lower, right? Because that's, you don't want to place the limit higher, right? So you're going to place a limit lower. So yeah, so today I bought, if you saw the chat, I bought some Archer. So when people FOMO'd, I got a bit scared. I'm like, okay, let's take a break off. Today we had the deal, so I bought some Archer. And I took those more contracts on sell puts. So $9 sell puts. So another trade I took this week was Robinhood, right? If you go back, I placed a sell put on Hood. See right here. Entered Hood just above for July 11, free 4%. So that's a 4% ROI. If you take a look at my position for Hood, right now, I'm not sure if you can see it properly. I'm up, so like the contract my return is up 37.54%. So I'm up $107 on the sell put. So for just agreeing to buy the stock at $66 for Hood, right? So Archer, I already played Archer once and I'm playing it again. Made a sell put today. So as the stock goes crazy higher, then they're going to be, your contract will lose value, but since you locked in a good value for like 4% ROI, I have a chance I could possibly close the position early. This one will expire July 11, so either way they'll pay me 2.85, so $285 when the contract expires. So this is like some of the stuff you want to start thinking, right? I showed you like the math. So like the deltas, right? We'll say, oh, if I were to do a sell put for Archer right now, delta will say, oh, I have a, based on calculations on this expiration date for 28th, they're going to say, oh, you have a 25% chance of getting striked into this price. So a good risk to reward generally will be like 20, like 0.2, 0.3. Because you're going to be saying, oh, I have a 20-30% chance of getting striked in. The rest of like 70 or 80% chance, for the most part, I would just run away with the free money. So, I mean, being striked in is not a problem because you're going into a stock that you want at the price you want. So if you take a look at Mara, I actually got struck in for Mara this week. Got in around here, Mara. It wasn't as clean as I wanted it to be, but yeah. So now I'm having cover calls set up like around here at like resistance zones. So should be up a bit. I think we were up like 10% a few days ago. Now we're only up like 3 or 4%. I'm not too worried. So someone shared a really cool lithium trade. If you want to go take a look into that, join our Discord server. So another thing, stocks I was taking a look at was, last week I was sharing the United Health. You have a really nice rounding bottom over here. I've been like buying over here. I'm like, oh, last 2 weeks I'm like, oh, it's holding the support up zone pretty well. So I shared last week why I think United Health had like good opportunities, right? For it to go back up. Because I saw the upside potential, I'm seeing the upside potential still. It's way higher than the downside potential. So I bought a pretty good amount like here at these zones. If it goes back down, we could hit like the 2019 zones. We have really strong support here. So 220, 219. Actually recently like the United Health upped their dividends, right? If you take a look. Like the CEO coming back, I shared last time how it showed promising results, and we should be up like, let's see, like 8% right now. So I think that's a pretty good thing. So another one was Tempest AI. It's going crazy, I know. So what happened? I wasn't able to share, but I sent to you guys in the chat. There was this hedge fund that like primarily shorts. I don't know what kind of hedge funds just shorts things. That's really dumb. But like there was this hedge fund saying, oh, we see Tempest overvalued, whatever, and there was like big panic drop, and like they shorted like right here, I bet, right? Like, oh yeah, Tempest was gonna lose a lot of value. We were shorting Tempest AI. So like these people are getting paid to short Tempest AI. So they're spreading lots of FUD, saying, oh, how the revenue, most of the revenue does not come from AIs, and they change their name from AI. But this is like a Pelosi stock. I wouldn't want to bet against like Nancy Pelosi, and the stock showed pretty good bounce, right? So this is like was like Lady Cathy Wood or something, and a Pelosi. So it's a Pelosi, a Cathy Wood stock. Archer is also a Cathy Wood stock, I think. So So I shared last week why I liked Tempest AI. So I bought a bit more actually here. So I'm like, oh wow, we're near our 50, right? Over here, I was saying I'll put a 50 sell put because I wanted to get into Tempest AI. We never hit the 50, right? It's a 618 golden pocket over here. But instead, we ran away with free money premium. So again, what I'm saying, uh, cover call, cash secure puts, selling options are game changer because they pay you for holding up limits at a price you want. So so if you took that, we should be up on Tempest. I'm not really sure. Let me take a look right now if we have a history on Tempest. Yeah, so that contract expires today. I closed it out because it's skyrocketed. So we made pretty good premiums on that. So so yeah, here's Tempest AI. We broke the descending channel and we came up above, and now it wants to break above all-time highs. I think I sold a cover call too early. The cover calls are going crazy right now. It's a really volatile stock, so that's the only thing you be careful of. Take a look. So I shared United Health last week. It went up a bit. They're increasing dividends for United Health, so I think that's a pretty good thing. So another thing I'm saying, like, that I'm doing right now, right? I'm going to start a really. I made a mistake on, was it the SCHD? Last time I was saying I'll be buying Charles Schwab dividend ETF, but I shared the Charles Schwab, the company stock. But this is what I meant last time. So this is the dividend. It's a very, very boring stock, right? But my plan is very simple over here. I shared with you guys on the Discord when I was going on a trip. I'll be DCAing into this stock. So I'll be DCAing into SCHD. Yeah, I talked to like the ChatGPT and it was pretty interesting, right? So this is good for me. I'm starting a job soon. So I talked to them. Oh, if you invest $30 into this really boring ETF, right? I'm sure there's way better ETFs you could look into, but this is one of the safest and boring ETF I was taking a look at. I could grow in 10 years. I could have like $170,000 to $180,000. So that's a pretty good growth, right? So this is like one of the things you want to think about, like saving wise. There are really safe ways you could start. I could start saving, right? I'm 19. When I'm 29, in 10 years, I could almost hopefully like double that savings. So for this one, I'm gonna start. I started like a $10 investment every day, and I'm currently up like 2.5%. So it's very boring, but I think getting a habit into savings safely, right? Making safe returns is really smart. So think about every time you make good gains on your trade, you could put some into like VOO or like the S&P or one of these ETFs to compound your gains, right? So it's a really cool conversation with ChatGPT I wanted to share with you guys, especially for me starting a new job. This will be handy, right? Crypto is too volatile, so stock market will be very easy for you guys. So what else did I say? So let's take a look quickly at Bitcoin chart. Oh wow, we had a wick here. That's crazy. Yeah, so I said last time, Bitcoin probably will have correction. It doesn't want to correct that much, really. Who knows? But like, Bitcoin is very, very strong. So over here, I said that our theoretical. So it was like over here, our theoretical, was it peak for Bitcoin will be this bull flag. So I extended this bull flag, and it could be 112. And what did you know? When I was at Canada, we were like only like less than 1% away from our peak. So went up here, came back down, shot back up again, and now it wants to bounce higher. That's crazy. Very interesting. So Link, we finally got into Link. I don't know, Link is going sideways. So we got entry 618. I'm going to draw my limit lower, like my stop loss a bit lower. I'm going to have a DCA at this 786. So no more stop loss here. I close a bit of my position so we could get a bit lower, and we will take a bigger DCA over here. That's my plan for Link. So congratulations to you guys if you've been patient. Altcoins is just super annoying. Oh my goodness. What it's like the altcoins are. This is why I kind of don't like crypto. We have to deal with some of these while Bitcoin is still ranging at all-time highs. So this is the trade I have. XLM. We've been waiting also. Did not get our entry. We're so close, but we did not get our entry here. So yeah, I still have my limits up for XLM. Trying to be patient really on these trades. So Rug was saying Ondas. Let me take a quick look. Ondas was really strong. Yeah, over here. Yeah, I think Rug bought over here, so he probably would be up 25%. That's crazy. Yeah, I was trying to get into like the 50% zones in the 618 because it formed a really nice cup here and handle. Hopefully I will get my entries over here. I don't know, but that's what I have for Ondas. Sorry about that, Rugged. I did not enter when you did, so yeah. Thank you for sharing this. Actually, it was a really good call. But maybe in the future I could get into it. Who knows? But yeah, if you guys, thank you guys for watching my video. I know it's been a while. All my updates and stuff like that I'll be doing will be on the Discord server on the stock section. So yeah, I'll be happy to help out with any of you guys. Yeah, we're gonna share some of our love here in our 3% club. And yeah, take care. I'll see you guys soon. Well, take care. Peace, everyone.